Rule your own world.
Morning! Today, lads, we're in South Africa.
Well, what do you do when you're in South Africa, Craig?
Safari. So we've driven about 2 hours from Cape Town. Yeah, we're about to get on a Jeep, drive around and see some animals roaming around.
This is like the trip of a lifetime, Craig. People really save for this. This is a once in a lifetime thing, safaris. So we've got here, this is actually like a game reserve, which is what a lot of the safari type places are in South Africa, apart from the massive one. What's it called? Kruger, but where's that? Okay, so I think we start off by getting breakfast and stuff. Like, we had to leave at like 6 o'clock this morning, so I am so tired. Don't let this mascara fool you, I'm not awake at all. So should we go in and get some coffee?
Let's have a little look, shall we?
Okay.
You little sparkles, babe, like a little mermaid.
I won't attract it, like, you know, a lion's not gonna be like, this sparkles over there, like, I'm gonna go get her.
I reckon.
I hope I bring them out anyway, and they're like, you know, party's arrived, come and see me, come and say hello. Thank you so much.
Would you like to say something? You're welcome. Now you can go straight into the reception. Enjoy it.
Thank you. This place is super cool, it's really posh. So you come in, you get a little welcome drink, a bit of grapefruit juice or some wine if you're into that this early in the morning. And then there's like 2 pools. You can actually stay here. We're just doing the day safari, but you can stay overnight in these like little chalets. They look proper pimp.
Yeah.
And then you get a buffet breakfast when you come here. So you got a little view of like the pool and the mountains. And like, look at this buffet.
Craig, I just love all the like African decoration.
Yeah,
like,
it's beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah, like all the like patterns they've got and the woods they've got. And this is called a luxury safari, so this is kind of what you get, you know? Really, really cool. Cheers.
Cheers, kid. So this is one of the pools.
This is incredible.
And as we were starting eating breakfast, I don't know if you can see it in the distance, there's just 2 elephants.
Can you see that?
Just chilling, look at them.
Just going to be magic. Point B, pick up. Come on then.
Amy, there's a prayer room by there if you want to say a prayer for those shoes.
Hey, these are Skechers. Don't take the myth, Craig.
They're sketchy ass, right?
Where the comfy shoes going? People are like climbing these and stuff. Why? Oh, is this in like... Morning. This is what happens when I wear this and the sun comes out. Walking disco. Hope no one's got epilepsy on this bus.
So we can't make any promises. They will find all of our animals because most of our animals are free roaming.
Did you hear him, Craig? You see a lion? Just get into your seat real quick, yeah?
Mates, imagine that. Imagine a lion just came scarpering towards. Hey, what would I do?
I don't know, I just tried to push him off, yeah. Look at him, oh my god. Oh, he's coming straight forward, Chris.
How big he is.
There's an ostrich!
5 minutes into this and already we've seen ostriches, hippos and 2 elephants. So cool. Loads of facts. Hippos are actually one of the biggest causes of deaths in Africa by animals. Yeah, that's crazy. He said that the strength of their jaws, they literally just bite people in half. Madness.
300 people a year, Craig.
Is that how many he said?
Yeah.
300 people a year die from getting chomped by hippos.
Yeah.
And he said the best way to avoid them is because they're land animals, they can accelerate really fast. The best way to avoid them is to zigzag. So
run in a zigzag.
Listen to Amy's mum. Zigzag and you win it. So in Africa, when people go down to the rivers to like wash their clothes and things, they go down and then hippos will see them and just chomp them.
They're territorial, aren't they?
Because they're quite territorial.
vegans as well.
They're going closer down to the truck. They're so friendly. You can almost touch them. Hi guys. Yeah, we've stopped off. Probably the scariest peace stop of my whole life. He's like, we're gonna go see the lion soon, so if you want to mark your territory, do it now. And there's baboons on the cliff going absolutely mental.
Yeah, I don't know, they're fighting each other, they sound really aggressive.
I was peeing at that. You're just like driving around for quite long, and then all of a sudden there'd just be like a bunch of elephants, and then some rhinos, and then some baboons. It's so cool, isn't it?
I just love it. Like the landscape in itself is wonderful. It's just like nothing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
We're in Africa, babes.
I know, it's
We're
mad,
South
isn't it?
Africa.
See, we've been to Asia so many times and we've seen so many Asian elephants, and the guy told us that the difference, obviously the colouring is totally different. Like the African elephants got this beautiful grey colour, and I didn't realise this, but their ears are shaped like the continent. Yeah, they're so much bigger, the African elephants. They're
massive,
huge,
aren't they?
yeah.
And one came straight for the van as well. I was like, you might want to move there, mate.
His head was like as big as the truck.
Oh,
amazing.
But yeah, a ranger told us that one of the elephants here gets bullied by a hippo.
Oh, was it a hippo? I thought he said it was one with tusks. The elephant with tusks.
No, it was a hippo.
Oh, bless him.
They're massive. Oh my nan. Oh my god, they've got like the big mane as well. So the guy says that there's 5 lionesses and 2 lions that kind of roam around this area. Oh my god, I can't believe that. Oh my god, they're massive, Craig. Are you okay, Craig?
That was terrifying. I don't know why, but he pulled up.
This close.
It was so close. I had the hairs in the back of my neck went up, and my adrenaline just went through the roof.
Stopped talking
I was
as
like,
soon as we got there, I know.
they're just by there. Absolutely crapping myself.
Oh dear.
But they were just chilly. He said they sleep so long in the day, and they're only up for like 4 hours of the day. And every time when the truck pulled up, they all just sort of opened their eyes
And looked straight at us.
straight
I
into your
know.
soul. We're all done on our safari. You've had some lunch. You get lunch after as well, which is great.
I had the biggest piece of Victoria sponge cake you've ever seen in your life.
I don't know why we didn't film it. I think we were just so hungry, we just ate it all. But yeah, we were lucky enough to have a chat with Timothy, who's like the guest relations manager, because we had a lot of questions. Because we knew a bit about safaris, and we did some research. And this is the closest one to Cape Town, so it's like 2 hours out of Cape Town.
Yeah.
And he just told us so much information about the lions, like the way they live, how they're fed, how they've like rescued the lions from like what was it called? Canned poaching project. Is that what it's called?
I think so, yeah.
So there's basically horrible people in the world who breed lions just so that they can be hunted, so people can use them for trophies.
Yeah.
So they've saved the lions, like most of the lions in there, they've been saved from projects like that.
Yeah.
So they can't be released back into the wild because they've been raised by humans,
Yeah.
because they were, being raised to be shot, which is horrible.
Yeah.
So now they're here and they're living here, and they're protected.
Yeah, like rent free and that. So it's a pretty good life that they've got here, because if they were to be released back in the wild, they die because they don't know how to survive. They don't know how to hunt.
Yeah.
I think the biggest question that I wanted to ask, because I didn't know before I got into South Africa that the majority of safaris are fenced in. And when I heard that, I was like, oh, right. Why is that then? So I had a lot of questions for Tim and he answered them all. So the reason the fences are up, even though like these guys have got like 10,000, was it acres or hectares of land to roam around, so they're not in small enclosures, they're protected. So here in South Africa, obviously a lot of these animals, people want them. You know, the rhino horns, Tim was telling us that one of the rhinos they had here, she was fighting and her horn snapped off. They weighed it and they wondered how much it would cost. They're not going to sell it, of course they're not. And it totaled 4 million rand. Like that's the price we're talking on rhino horns and things like that. Like that's why there's so many people that are poaching these guys. Yeah, so they do a lot of stuff with the community. It's really cool. They like they teach the local, all the safaris that are around here, they teach them about poaching and how to stop it. So they train the rangers with like using flares and guns and night vision goggles and all that kind of stuff. So they're just doing a lot. They're doing a lot to look after the animals. You know, this isn't just, obviously it's a business, so they're trying to get the tourists to come here to see the animals. That's how they make their money, but they're here for the animals, and it's really nice to hear that. He was a lovely guy, wasn't he?
Yeah, and Tim's been here. He started out as a cleaner and worked his way all the way to the top, and he just loves animals. He loves lions, and you could just see the passion. So yeah, it was just great. So I definitely recommend coming up.
So should I tell you what I've learned then, Craig?
Go on then.
So I've learned that zebras' stripes are like the equivalent to a human fingerprint. Every one of them's different. I've learned that you are a giraffe and I am a lion, because I can sleep between 18 and 20 hours a day when you only need 2. If you're getting chased by a hippo, top fact of the day, run in a zigzag, because they won't be able to do it. All in all, a glorious day. The weather's been great, a little bit windy, but I didn't do my hair today, did I? Obviously, woke up at 6 o'clock, what do you expect, you know?
So that is it for today's vlog. Thanks so much for hanging around with us. If you're brand spanking new to our channel, thanks for watching. Press subscribe for more South Africa goodness.
And if you're not new, guys, thank you so much for watching us. Thanks for sticking with us, all the support, all the lovely comments we got. We appreciate you no end, I promise. And remember, just like Craig and Amy, always rule your own world.
1, 2, 3, bye! Next time on King of It, South Africa.
Yeah, you can get on YouTube and do some hair tutorials.
We've made it to Boulder's Beach and I can see the penguins already.
Can you? Oh, there's no 7. Craig. Oh!